Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to HemingwayLand.com, your source for quality, affordable land. This is our preview, our weekly preview of all the properties going live on the website for tomorrow, Friday, April 23rd, 2021. Before we get to that, we've had some questions this past week in the form of emails. Hawaii. We are still buying properties in Hawaii. We're still actively searching for land out there. We're in escrow on 2 separate lots, which will debut on the website and who knows when. But the point is, no, we have not abandoned buying in Hawaii. We're just down for the moment because we're all sold out. Also, when we listed the Nevada properties, we just felt the Hawaii ones were kind of cluttering up the website. So instead of faking you guys out with listings that are all sold, we just assume delete the page and we'll bring it back up when we have more listings out there. So we had some people who were worried about that, wanted to buy in Hawaii, didn't see anything. We're working on it. We'll have more up in the coming. I'm going to guess it's April now. Let's say June. These will be out of escrow. Let's be optimistic and say June. Anyway, with that said, guys, I do want to thank all the people buying land from us these past 7 days. Most of these purchases, of course, are in Socorro County. Intensely popular Rio Grande Estate subdivision. Had buyers this week in Michael, Laura, Easton, Vielka, Arturo, Victor, and returning customer Jordan. Want to thank all of them. Additionally, a property that we had out there in Cibola County that we listed back in November that I was shocked, did not sell in the first weekend because it was really good. That one finally found a buyer, Sandra. Do want to thank her. We are currently in escrow with her, with the only title company in Cibola County, Quest Title. Anticipate that one will close sometime before the end of the summer. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, with all that said, guys, new properties going live this week on the website. As you can tell from the state flag up here, we're up in Colorado first. 2 more lots going live out by Lathrop State Park. I was going to do these one at a time over the course of a couple different weeks, but, well, it's a long story. Anyway, we're debuting 2 this week. Both of these are in the Rio Cucharas River of Spoons, Spoon River subdivision out there. The first is 3.35 acres, this one for $14,000. And, of course, scooch more than 4.5 acres, this one for $18,000. Both of these are very similar in many respects. 1, no HOA. 2, no annual dues. 3, very light covenants and restrictions. 4, of course, both of them by the lake. This one, however, is pre-staked. This one's got property boundary markers along it. It's also got power. And this one does not have the property boundary markers, but it does have underground utilities. Otherwise, these 2 lots, with the exception of the price, are largely interchangeable. Of course, I will have videos up on both of these listing pages tonight. The first one, 2788, located out here along La Diora Boulevard, as noted, very close to the lakes, very close. This is the property that has power basically at the lot line running here along La Diora, as well as a neighboring property right here. For the record, it's one of these properties where it's got kind of a panhandle driveway, so the driveway's up here, and then the property kind of takes up all this space. But very well-maintained roads. As you guys know, if you've been watching our listings out here, very well-maintained roads, very easy access out by the lake. Nice flat buildable pieces of land, and, of course, the utilities that are out there in this region. As well, this, by the way, quick thing, this is not the neighbor's house. I thought it was the neighbor's house. When I made the video, I made the mistake of saying it's the neighbor's house. The neighbors have a nice house. This, however, is not that. And I looked at a map about 82 different times, and I can't figure out what my photographer was taking a picture of when he was out there. But we're going to presume this is relatively close. Anyway, it's a nice residential area. You've got some developed properties out there, like this one, etc. Anyway, and of course, and I was just about to say the kind of picturesque mountain views out here in south central Colorado with the Spanish Peaks, the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, so on and so forth. The second property, this one, 2703, located close to both the previous property as well as the lake. This one is up here just a scooch further north. First one is down here. The second one's up here. Anyway, this one, of course, is the one that has power at the lot line. Actually, a utility easement running along the, let me acclimate myself, western boundary of the property. This thing right here, this eyesore of a whatever this is, puddle, let's say, let's be charitable and call it a puddle, is not on the property. The property begins over here, but the western boundary finds its way this way. You can review the plat map in the gallery, and it'll give you a sense of what I'm talking about. Anyway, here along Blue Sky Drive in Montenegro, you've got power, you've got underground utilities, and of course, if we go to the photo gallery, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. By the way, this is the goofy shape of the property. But yeah, down here in the photo gallery, you can see, again, the well-maintained roads, the power at the lot line, the underground utilities, the picturesque mountain views, so on and so forth. I've covered these in so many videos. I feel like you regular subscribers here to the channel are well aware of everything I'm going to tell you. So I don't like to repeat myself too much in those instances. Whatever the case, two really nice properties, affordably priced, both out there by the Horseshoe and Martin Lakes, both right outside of Walsenburg. About a 5-minute drive to groceries and supplies, so on and so forth. Anyway, guys, also going live this week in New Mexico. We are back, third week in a row with more properties out here in Rio Grande Estates. We got a bunch of 1 acres, and we've got a handful of 2 acres going live this week. Pretty much sold out of everything we've listed in the last 2 weeks. So these are pretty much all new properties. Of course, you can find all of them on the spreadsheet. I'm going to give you the highlights, guys. These are 14 new properties. I'm going to focus on 4 in this video. The first one is right here. This is, hang on, notations. Reference number SCNM-8281, located right here. This is Unit 1, Block 56, Lot 25. It's got power at the lot line. It is in as residential a neighborhood as you're going to find out here. So if you are the type of person who does not want to be way out in the middle of nowhere, does not, let's say, put privacy as your number one concern, but rather, wants kind of, well, let's just say doesn't mind having neighbors. We'll put it that way. Anyway, well-maintained roads out here. Of course, power really all throughout this region because it is that close to Highway 60 down here. It's Sahara. So that is the first one I want to make you guys aware of. The next one is Unit 1, Block 70, Lot 23, a.k.a. reference number SCNM-9403. This one, no power at the lot line along Esquivel, but power is roughly about 500 feet away at the nearby property. Additionally, if you look over here, right along the corner, Esquivel, and I believe this is Sandoval Road? Sandoval, I think? I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Anyway, but the point is there's power up and down this road, power all the way to this property, and none too far from the subject property right here. Next one I want to show you guys is Unit 11, Block 433, Lot 7. This is reference number 8812B up here in the northeastern portion of the subdivision. I point this one out only because I really like these northern properties that you can access from out here, from this residential area. Number one. Number two, this one doesn't back up to the foothills exactly. There's like 1 or 2 lots that can get you a little bit closer, but we have never had those in inventory. This is as close as you get to these foothills, so there's actually some really nice views out here. Of course, power is nowhere close, a mile plus away, but there are some developed home sites in this region. Difficult to discern which ones are actually occupied and which ones are abandoned, but of course, out here, pretty views, close to the town, so on and so forth. So I want to make you guys aware of that one. Finally, the last property, the last one I want to highlight this week out of the 14 new lots is reference number SCNM-8976, Unit 14, Block 476, Lot 24. This one just south of Highway 60 down here. Of course, this is also an area in which you will find some developed residences. And, of course, with those, you will find some well-maintained roads and some power. A lot of these at the lot line. This one, not so much, but it is pretty close. I think it's within about 500 feet. I believe it's up here at this lot. So roughly, if we right-click and measure distance, you'll see the closest power is about 700 feet away. And hang on, it just jumped out at me. Here we go. Also, power over here servicing some of the nearby home sites. So the point is you're in a region in which those utilities do exist and can probably be extended out to the subject property with little difficulty or cost. There you go. Anyway, guys, as noted, 14 new properties going live out here in Rio Grande Estates. We're going to be rolling out more in the weeks to come. We're buying a lot out there, and because these are not closing through title escrow, these we can kind of turn over faster and get them on the website faster. So the lull, otherwise the lull in New Mexico, that's how we explain it, because I got a bunch of stuff tied up with title companies. But these are easy peasy, so we get them on the website really fast. Anyway, guys, and by the way, more adjacent acreage coming in the weeks ahead. I've actually been shocked at the stuff that we've been managing to purchase out there. Obviously, a lot of these are 1 acre properties, but we've actually got a 5, a 6, and I don't want to spoil it, but for you guys who've actually subscribed to the channel, we got a 10 acre property coming up in this subdivision. That's 10 adjacent 1 acre lots. Don't know when, but in the weeks to come. So stay tuned, guys. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in next week's videos. Have a good weekend. See you next week.